Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the sight of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from Miami. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
To absolutely no one's surprise, the Dolphins did invest a high first-round pick, number 5 overall, to draft Tua in 2020. I think that most people would say that his rookie year had plenty of positives, but it was sprinkled with a few negatives as well. Remember, he controversially took over for Ryan Fitzpatrick during the open week prior to week 8. Miami did go 6-3 in his starts from that time, but he had to get rescued a few times in games by Fitzmagic. And in his own words, he called his rookie year below average. I don't think the franchise believes that, but they're looking forward to seeing him improve.
Tua now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
I like this young guy out of Ole Miss in his 3rd year with Buffalo. Prototypical size for a tight end, 6'4", 254. I thought 2020 would be a big year for him. I do think it will happen in 2021.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Allen. This is caught. Touchdown, Bills. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the former Washington Husky, here's Myles Gaskin. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A play fake for Gaskin. Now Tua. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And we all remember when Devontae Parker was drafted, a 1st-round pick out of Louisville. Really hit his stride in 2019 with 1,200 yards. Numbers dipped a bit last year, but he can be a real dependable target for Tua Tagovailoa.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the handoff, it's Gaskin, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Jordan Poyer, the league's leading tackler among safeties last year, in to make the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and it's 3rd and 5.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the year.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Allen. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. Here's Gaskin, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. It's complete to Fuller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 big yards on that one and a Miami first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Out left to Shaheen. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Tua. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Offside defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Second and 2 now. The penalty leaves them in pretty good shape.
Let's go, get the
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. So after the INT, it's Allen rolling to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. To throw, it's Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it, and he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And this one caught by Beasley. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Allen going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a terrific first half from the mobile big man quarterback, Josh Allen. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. He's at the 40, 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Taron Johnson made the stop.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quitting him.
0.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Tua. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Carlos Basham with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Allen now on 1st down. For the catch made, this is Emmanuel Sanders. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider.
Now Brian Flores going to take a chance here as he'll throw the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Two 1st downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. 3rd and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 2 touchdowns. 1:52 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Tagovailoa. And that was going to be off target and incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Tua. And this is caught by Parker, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Here's Tua. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Counting down toward 1 minute to go in this football game. Tua to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That catch good for only a couple. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
8 yards to go on second down. Now Tua. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Tua to throw again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Allen down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.